those guys bring to the field as receivers?
Explosive plays. Really, that's that. Like they just bring explosiveness to that offense and the playmaking ability. Obviously, you can kind of get the ball out to them. You get the 1-yard pass, and they can turn it into a 50-yard gain or a touchdown. So just knowing that they had the ability to be able to wreck the game, and the type of talent that they are is it's going to be a challenge for us.
I apologize if you were asked this, but is it weird having to face Joe Flacco again this season?
No, it's not weird. Because that would just be like if we were playing, like I play Jared Goff twice a year, so it's like
this is unexpected.
It's unexpected. It surprised me a little bit. But I guess that's just the nature of this league and this business. Things kind of happen on the fly, and you just got to be able to adjust.
Are you able to get something from a guy that you played twice, even though it's in a different system, it's different play calls?
It's funny because I was just thinking about that, and I was actually thinking about kind of the other way around of kind of what he saw from us the very first when he was with the Browns, what he's already kind of seen us do. So I was thinking about just kind of ways that he might try to come into this game, having different players and a different scheme of seeing what we've done this year. So it's just trying to see if there's going to be different ways where we can mix it up and show different things and play different things. So I'm gonna take a look at that just to I'm probably gonna rewatch the Browns game just to try to see what we were doing a little bit, and then I'll try to go from there.
Xavier, you seem like a guy who's a thinking man.
Yeah.
You're talking instead of what did Joe do, what can we do? You're trying to think what he'll think.
Yeah.
When you take stock of your team following by, you've been an even keel voice of reason. But after 2 weeks, what you were, after 4 weeks, what you are, how do you feel about this team right now?
Our team, you saying?
Yeah, your team.
I think we got a lot to improve on. I think we got a lot to work on. I always go back to the first 2 games were good, really good, and then some things came back and it bit us in our ass, and we felt the kind of repercussions of that with a loss and then a tie. So I think it was just kind of a wake-up call for all of us, knowing that we still got a lot of room for improvement, and we got a long ways to go. When we talk about getting to the big game. So luckily it's a long season and we get more opportunities to be able to fix these things that we talk about. So we're just gonna keep chopping it down and improving each week.
What do you see as areas where you can still get better?
Really everywhere. I don't think it's any specific area. I think it's a lot of different things. I think it's turnovers, getting more turnovers, tackling. It's everything, man. I'm not going to sit up here and say it's just one specific thing, but we have a grasp on that, and we just keep trying to emphasize that. And, one thing I will say, our process will not change. Like, we're going to keep the same process. Obviously, the ball is not really going how we want it to go when it comes to, different things, turnovers, different things like that. But we're going to keep the same process, and, eventually it'll turn over.
I'm not an offensive coordinator, but if I was, I would circle 29 and say, we're going to stay away from that guy.
Yeah.
And it seems like teams have.
Mm-hmm.
Is that different now when you have 2 guys like these guys have, and now a guy that can throw the ball down the field? Do you expect things to be different for you this week?
For sure. I definitely think they're going to test the waters. He's going to throw it deep. He's got the playmakers to, be able to do that. And I think they trust those guys a lot. So it's going to be a challenge. And I'm always up for the challenge. So it's going to be fun. And, we'll see what happens on Sunday.
You mentioned the things to improve upon. You mentioned one of them being the turnovers. As a defense, do you guys take it personal you haven't gotten more turnovers?
For sure. I know I do, personally. I kind of voiced that today to the DBs of, that's, pretty much, all we talking about, everybody just talking about turnovers, whatever. And I take that personally. We don't have a lot of turnovers. We got 2 turnovers on the year. We're behind in my eyes. And so we just got to turn it around. But like I said, the process cannot change. We cannot, try to, go out here search for plays. We just got to keep doing what we do, and, the ball will find us.
How different is it preparing to play Joe Flacco, throwing to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins compared to Joe Flacco not throwing to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins? Same quarterback, just a totally different situation.
Yeah. I think it's, it's one of them things now where it's like, regardless of the quarterback, in my opinion, if you get 2 guys like Jamar and T, You get those type of guys. If I'm the quarterback, I'm just throwing it. I don't give a damn. I believe they're going to catch the ball. So that's just how I would think of it. So I think in that aspect is different. Obviously, Joe Flacco is a really good quarterback that's played a really long time. And he's got a lot of respect just around this league. So having that and then combining it with, guys that are, top in the league right now, I'm sure it'll change up some things for them schematically.
Sorry, didn't mean to
You
interrupt
good.
Was there a part of going up against Joe Flacco versus Jake Browning where maybe you were a little bit more excited to play Jake Browning because he's had some turnover issues? Evan Williams said he was a little excited to, quote, get one this week, and maybe not as much against a guy like Joe Flacco who's a little more conservative.
It's me. We still excited. The excitement don't change. I don't care who we playing. It don't matter if we playing the best quarterback or we playing the worst quarterback. The end goal is always to get one and get an interception. So I think that's the mindset that we have defensively. So it really don't matter who the quarterback is. We still trying to do the same thing and have the same result.
So are Chase and Higgins good enough to make you a good quarterback?
Yeah. I go out there. I'm every time. I think I'm not no run plays, all pass plays, and we're going deep. That's what we're doing.